Okay, guys, I hope you're back. Sue did warn me that sometimes when you just try and rejoin, then it goes on to some other random class. So I hope you managed to rejoin the next live session. We're going to spend about 10 minutes or so just stretching our major muscle groups. So we're going to do a little bit of work standing up, then we're going to come down on the floor. So we're going to start with our lower body, so your calves. Put one foot forward, the other foot back, and sit into your back heel and lean your body weight forwards. So the stretch should be in this bit of your bottom of your calf. So I'm quite tight in this calf, so I quite like to do this on the floor. So I come down onto my hands and I can push into that back heel. So you can have a go at that one if you wish, but you should also be able to feel the stretch up here. You can also increase it by pressing into a wall and pushing against something that way. Swap sides. So we're going to try and hold these stretches for about 20 odd seconds. At the end of a class, if you just want to loosen off, you can hold stretches for kind of 10, 15, 20 seconds. If you want to improve your flexibility and actually get these muscles longer, you need to hold the stretches for 30 seconds to a minute. We're not going to do that today, because otherwise we'll be here for a long time. Okay, hamstring stretch standing. So stand on your left leg, put your right heel in front, and then push your bottom back. So that's a tricky thing with stretching. If you actually want to get your muscles longer, you've got to hold the stretches for much longer than you think. And when you're just stood still, 30, 40, 50 seconds or even a minute feels like a long time. So you probably want to do it in front of your favourite TV programme. Or maybe you've got time to spare right now. Okay, other side. Although I had lots of good intentions at Christmas of doing lots of stretching and sorting out my lack of flexibility, but I had a lot of excuses. It's the same as like the cleaning of your house. It's not that I haven't got time, I just haven't got the motivation. It's the same with stretching. Or the painting of the shed. Okay, stand on your left leg, bring your right foot up towards your bum and hold on to your shoelaces. If you find this one tricky, either hold your ear or hold on to the wall beside you. We're going to do a couple of these stretches, hamstrings and quads, as variations on the mat in a moment or two as well. So I'm going to give you some options throughout this period of time as to how to do some of these stretches. Stood up and sat or lying down. Try and stand nice and tall, so soften the standing leg, push this bent knee hip forward to increase the stretch, and stand nice and tall. Good. And swap over. So get your balance first, then send your foot up. Try and bring your knees towards each other, so your knees are together, and you increase the stretch by pushing this hip forward. Don't pull on your foot and put extra pressure on your knee. Push through from this hip rather than yarking or pulling on that hand and foot anymore. Keep the standing leg slightly bent so you don't lock out the knee, and just gently hold on to that foot and then gently push this front hip forward. Okay, right, you can have a lie down. Okay, we're going to do a hamstring stretch lying down. If you're as inflexible as me, you might want a sock, a towel, a rubber band around your foot to hold on to it, or you can just hold on to the back of your thigh. If you're a super flexible human being, you can probably hold on to your calf or your ankle. But I'll leave you guys to it. Okay, right, what we're going to do from here, we're going to push this straight leg, the one that's up in the air, into our hands or into our band that we're holding on to. So push your leg away into your hands. So push, 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 resist, resist, push, 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 and then release. And now try and pull that leg a little bit nearer you. So in theory, did that work, you two? You should be able to get that leg a little bit closer. It's called PNF stretching. Don't ask me to pronounce what the PNF stands for. Proprio something, neuro facilitation something. Okay, other side. Basically, it's like tricking your leg into thinking it's can go a bit further. It's a little trick for your nerves, basically. Right, so start by gently, don't ever force a stretch. You want to move the muscle into a point of kind of slight discomfort. We're not looking for pain. We're just looking for you to feel the stretch rather than force the stretch. Okay, now push that leg into your hand. So push the leg away from you. Quite hard. You're allowed to go hard now. Push, 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 push. And then release. And then take the stretch a little bit further. Some of you might even have a straight leg. Lily, Althea and I don't. I don't know what her excuse is. We've got a valid reason. Actually, Althea's not bad. Right, where are we at? What we're going to do next? Okay, yeah. We're going to do a quad stretch on our front or our side. So you can decide on this one. On your side, we did this one standing just a moment ago. You're here. Or Lily's doing it on your front. So you can just bring your foot up towards your bum and hold on, just one leg at a time, yeah? I'm going to go side. So same thing as when we were standing up. Try not to pull on your foot too much. Try and have your knees towards each other and push that hip forward. It's a little bit easier on your front to get that stretch. But again, you might need like a sock or something, or hold on to your heel if your foot is nowhere near your backside, which is a possibility. If it doesn't get up that far, just keep the knee bent and pull it as best you can. Right. Now you're going to gracefully swap sides. Or just roll over in any kind of fashion you can manage. And do the same on the other leg and the other side. So again, just watch for any bits that are a bit tight. So I'm forever a bit imbalanced. So I need to do a little bit more work on stretching on my right side, because just recovering from injuries or just generally a bit lopsided, a bit wonky, not just in my muscle length. So you need to maybe spend a little bit longer when you do this again or in your own time, working on the side that's a little bit tighter or not quite as supple. Okay, you can sit up. We've got a bit further to go. Okay, bring your left foot in, so the sole of your foot is aiming towards your thigh, and then sit up tall, turn your body, so you're aiming and looking over the extended leg, and then fold and reach forwards. So that move's really important, so don't just reach here, move your body round so that you're aiming it towards the outstretched leg. You get a little bit of a stretch in your back as well, so down the sides of your body. How are we doing? We good? If you can't reach your foot, Andy Wilson, then your shin's lovely. Go for that. You get a bit of a stretch in your calf as well as your hamstring on this one. Good. Okay, swap sides. So just bring the right foot in towards the other thigh. Sit up tall, turn your body so it's pointing, your chest and head is pointing towards the outstretched leg. And then go. There's a bit missing into my shoe. What happened there? There's a bit missing on that side. Clearly I must run weird. Oh dear. Okay, so this is my not so tight side. It feels worse. This is terrible. Right, okay. We're going to do a similar thing, but this time, both legs outstretched. You're going to take your left leg and cross it over your right. So you might give it a hand. I'm going to give mine a hand. So you're going to lift it over, and then you're going to take your right arm and wrap it around that left knee, and you should feel the stretch in your glute, in your bum. Okay. You can use both hands on your knee if it's too hard to wrap that one around. But gently pull that in. If I lean back a bit. With all these stretches, you can have a little play around and just move a little bit forward or back, just to feel the stretch a bit more for you. We're We're going to do another stretch for our glutes next. Nothing to do with mine being tight. Okay, let go. And we'll do the same thing on the side. So pull your right foot over and pull your left arm around. Keep the outstretched leg active, so your toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Keep that in good alignment. Don't let it flop away. Good. So you can hold on with both hands, or I like to use my spare right arm just to sit me up a little bit straighter. That's just personal preference. So I feel like it gets me into a better position for the stretch. Okay, I'm going to demo this one from that way. So we're going to do a figure 4 stretch. Hello. We're going to do a figure 4 stretch for our glutes. So my left leg's going to stay bent like that, and my right leg is going to cross over, and I'm going to reach between my hands. Really, I'm leaning back so you can hear me. This thing, going to pull and hold here. If you want to, you can put your right hand on your right knee and push it out to feel the stretch a bit more. Maybe, maybe not. It's up to you. Again, you can have a little play around. Push that right knee out. Can you feel it in your glute? No? Push your right knee out more. You should feel it here. No? Yes. Okay. You didn't before though. Yeah. Put everything in more, then push everything out more. Yeah, okay. Okay. We good? So pull your left knee in and push your right knee out to feel it more. Clearly I'm so tight, I don't really need to do anything for that. Swap over. So left leg crosses over and pull your right knee in. So basically if I just move into this position, I can feel the stretch. If you're a little bit more supple than me, which is quite likely, you might need to maneuver the legs a little bit more in and then out to feel the stretch. I feel like I'm doing some neck stretch as well right now. I might spin round. Oh, that's better. That's better. Anthony, relax your face, in your neck, in your jaw. Anthony's like, I've got this. Right, what was next on the list? Oh yeah. Soles of your feet together. Just let your knees drift out to either side. Right then. Boys, you don't find this one as easy, sorry. Your pelvis is built different. Just the way it is. So again, some of you will be really supple in this one. I'm quite bendy this way, so my knees are relatively near to the floor. Some of you might have your knees up here. Anthony's not so good at this one. What's your excuse? This is why it's so... You can put your feet further away. Oh yeah, that's better. But you can bring your feet nearer. So yeah, I don't mind this one. I don't know why. So my knees are pretty low down. Some of the boys will have their knees up here and go, oh my goodness. It's like most things. It's like you move easier some way than the other. I'm good at back bending, terrible at forward folding. It's just the way you're built. Okay, just sit up. So just sit cross-legged. If cross-legged doesn't feel nice for you, you can come up onto your knees here. We're going to do a couple. Oh, that's very low. What's that aeroplane doing over there? Mark, private jet? Yeah, so just sit wherever works best for you. Take one arm across and bring it over. So try not to lift your shoulder up towards your ear. Bring your shoulder down and away from your ear and gently pull across. Try not to pull on the elbow joint, but slightly above it if you can. Okay, and then we're going to go to the side. So keep this shoulder down and gently bring it across. It's really tempting to lift your shoulder up into your chin. So try and release and bring it down a little bit. Good job. Breathe. Okay. Then triceps. So hands up in the air. Drop your right arm behind your back and use your left hand to gently pull your elbow in. You used to do it like that at school, didn't you? And see if you could reach. I don't think it actually gets the stretch in a better position. I'd much rather you had your hand up here. And plus I can't really do it on the side very well. So again, try and have this
arm vertical and try not to pull it too far over or too far out. Just gently stretch down there, good. And then extend and do the same on the other side. I don't think I can reach this side. Yeah, just. Can you make it? Can you reach?
Lily can, I can.
So again, finish with a stretch down the outside of this arm and your tricep. Okay, cool. Right, come up onto your knees.
If your knees are still friendly.
Interlock your hands and push your arms away. So you should feel this stretch around the upper part of your back. And then take both your hands into the small of your back and bring your elbows towards each other. Clearly I can't balance on my knee. Oh, we're going to do cat-cow next. This is just for Mark. Come onto your all fours. Cat-cow. Push the middle of your back up to the ceiling. And then arch your back the other way. And just move smoothly from one to the other. So push your tailbone away and your head forwards. And then push the middle of your back up to the ceiling. And just transition nice and easily from one to the other. Because then, how are we doing for time? This is taking longer than I hoped. Feet together, knees apart, and sit back into child's pose. This is easier without trainers on. In fact, I probably should have got us to take our shoes off. Would have been a bit nicer for everybody. So push your bottom down towards your feet. Your knees are wide apart and your feet are together. And reach your fingertips and arms forwards. So pushing your bottom down and your hands forwards and feel the length from your tailbone to your fingertips. All right. Okay, guys, we are done. Thank you very much. Hope we'll put that up as a separate kind of stretching session. That's about 15 minutes, I think. So you can go through that at any time that works for you. See you next week. Cheery bye.